Now we gonna get to the blue of things. Spider-Man No Way Home. We gonna talk about this movie right now. This is the spoiler video. Spoiler video. That's why I got the blue. The red was for you to go watch the movie. Now I got the blue because I'm gonna give you all the clues. You understand me? Man, where do I even start? You have no idea. No idea. That's why in the first video, I didn't even talk about it because I don't got friends. So I gotta talk to you about it. And I was just itching to get home and make this video. Itching, because whoo, everything is in this movie except for one little detail that I didn't like. But we'll get to that. But it was such a minute detail that I still gave the movie a 5 out of 5 because there was enough in there to be like, you know what? I'm gonna let this one slide. Because you did everything else justice. Now, let's start off with the little stuff before we talk about the big stuff. Sorry, I'm passionate today. I'm passionate. Because I was waiting for them to make these fucking right the wrongs that were done to Toby and Andrew. So, first, I like to mention this. Marvel has been slick. You lied. Disney lied straight to your face, straight to my face. And they've done it before. And I sure know, I kind of knew. I knew they were lying. I knew that Andrew was lying. I knew that Toby was lying. They were all lying. Even the trailer looked fishy. I knew that. I knew it looked fishy. Why Spider-Man jumping against 3 villains all by his damn self? Like, come on. Now Disney straight up telling us to our face, we can lie to you and get away with it. Oh yeah, we can. You remember Infinity War? They put the Hulk in the trailer, and when you go see the movie, it's not the Hulk, it's the fucking what's it called? The Iron Hulk, the Hulk, the Hulkbuster, the Hulkbuster. They lied, and they did it with Spider-Man. And then they told the actors, yo, keep your mouth shut. You want the $1 million? Zip it. Zip the lip. Don't say nothing. And that's exactly what they did. I applaud you, Andrew. You think you slick? I saw that interview. Your face gave you away, boy. Gave you away. Toby, he was a little bit more convincing. A little bit more convincing. But, I have faith. I know there was a lot of people who were like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to see the movie because, you know, they're not going to be in it. You know, they're going to show them in the trailer. Psh, you got to have faith. I was scared. I was scared going to this movie. I was like praying. I was like, please, please don't let this movie be a disappointment. Please, 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 please. And it didn't disappoint. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Let's start off first. They had my man Matt Murdock, Daredevil. They got Daredevil in there, bro. Kitchen table talking. You know, I felt like the scene was just too quick. I wish the Daredevil was in there, like, you know, fighting crime, you know, like just a little part, you know, where he helps Spider-Man with the villains or something. You know, I mean, come on, it was 6 against 3, but yeah, we're gonna get to that 3 part. If you decided to watch this video and not go watch the movie first, dummy, you were about to find out everything. Yeah, there were 3. There were 3. All of them were there. Toby, Andrew, Tom, they were all there together. And the way they did it was genius. Fucking genius. At first, I'm like, what the hell? The spell didn't even go the way I thought it was going to go. But the way it went was so subtle. It was like, oh, okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. And that subtlety when they were like in another dimension, obviously like they wouldn't have noticed that those beings were pulled from the other universes, you know? And then like that fight scene with Doctor Strange not even a fight scenes, but like a keep away game. Bro, that shit was fun. That was fun to look at. Tom Holland got my respect. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. He's Spider-Boy to me because he's still a kid. He's more of a kid than the other two were kids, but at the same time, they all Spider-Man. Anyway, that's not the point. I kind of got all sidetracked. I get excited and start rambling about stuff. But, there was if you watch this movie, you notice that there was like, they be still doing them DC references. First in Eternals with the whole, oh, that's Superman. And now in this one with Flash talking about his book called Flashpoint. Flashpoint. Really? Flashpoint? You making a reference to when in DC, Flash went back in time and changed all the stuff. So that's basically what you're saying about this movie. This is the Flashpoint of the MCU, which it is. It really is, because it's because of this movie that the multiverse of madness happens. Right? I got you, Kevin Feige. Right there. And the way Ned figures out that he got magic powers, and then Andrew Garfield comes in first. I'm like, oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, Andrew came. He got a beard and everything. Like, damn, that nigga's still mad at himself because Gwen Stacy died. Yo, I was thinking about that. This movie, oh man, there's just so much to talk about. This movie, like, it knitted together the tragedies of these Spider-Men. I literally, before today, I was watching like all the Tobey Maguire movies again, the Andrew Garfield movies, Tom Holland movies. I even saw Tom Hardy, Venom, and Let There Be Carnage again. I saw both of them again to like kind of like pick up on similarities and things, get me excited, because the way Spider-Man 3 ended with Tobey, I didn't really like that. I mean, ended on a kind of a good note because him and MJ still end up together, but Harry died. Tobey was traumatized by killing Green Goblin and then Dr. Octopus, Then you brought back Spider-Man again with Andrew Garfield. You fucked that nigga up too, man. You made him awkward. He finally got a girlfriend. He was completely honest. That's the crazy part. With Tobey, that nigga kept a secret. And the secret fucked everything up. But then you got Andrew Garfield. He tells Gwen, and it didn't matter. He did what the opposite of what Tobey did. He told the truth. He told Gwen who he was. They had a good thing going. And then your best friend, Harry, in your universe, kill your girlfriend. Well, Green Goblin tried to do to Tobey Maguire, but Tobey Maguire actually saved her and the kids. He almost lost her, though. He got lucky. When Andrew took that bitch away from him. That shit was hard. He lost Ben and Gwen. Tobey lost Ben, Norman, Harry, Dr. Ock. Oh yeah, and technically Andrew lost Dr. Connors too, because Connors became a bad guy, It's crazy. And then I was so mad. I had mixed feelings about this stuff, because it's like, damn, yo, I feel you, Spider-Man. Everything sucks for you. Then Tom Holland come. They give that nigga everything, but obviously there's some pros and cons with Tom too. That nigga died. Thanos killed him. He died. He may have not lost a Ben, and he still didn't tell MJ his feelings. He just had Ned in the loop, but he died. So I can understand that. But damn, Tom, like, he died. Then Tony died. Now your Aunt May died. Damn, yo, these directors and writers, they merciless. But it makes sense for the storytelling. It's all about the story, the drama, the tragedy. Gotta grab you in. But this movie, the way it grabs you in, you bring Andrew back. You bring Toby back. They help each other. There were scenes where they were helping each other, talking about the web, talking about, you know, how Toby lost his, you know, Ben, he loses Harry. It's still complicated with MJ, but they made it work. You know, Andrew, the way he looks at MJ and Tom Holland Spider-Man, like, it's like, damn, yo, and I lost mine. Like, you can still see the tears, and you can see like him seeing the other Spider-Mans. Like, that's like for me, to be honest, Andrew and Toby did it for me in this movie really well, because you got Toby, who was kind of like acting like, you know, the veteran Spider-Man, you know, kind of like, be like, come here, young blood, let me teach you some stuff, you know? And then you got like Andrew, who like feels alone. He loneliness. He feel lonely. You know, he just lost the love of his life. He's trying to be Spider-Man. You know, he lost his best friend too. You know, so to see like two other Spider-Man have kind of hope and still be good and still be like getting up there. You know, because Andrew says in the movie, he became bitter. He became like Ben Affleck Batman, you know, bitter Spider-Man. Bitter Spider-Man. You can see in his face, in the stubs on his face. And like, it was great. And then like Norman was there. And like the way like, you know, Tom Holland Spider-Man was like trying to help them. Like that was like, oh, you a good boy. You a really good boy. Like you really wanted to help them. You got the technology that Toby and Andrew didn't even have. You did real good. Like, and then like it actually worked. And I mean, I felt like the fight scenes were so short. You know, I felt like there should have been more. I wish there was more. Maybe it's because I gotta see it again. I gotta see the movie again. It was just happening like so fast, like a little, oh, and then like oh shit! Like the whole time, I'm just like, my emotions were like, oh, you know, roller coaster, and like the whole time I wanted to cry, you know. And then the movie theater was loud too. Everybody was like laughing, like, oh shit! When Aunt died, people were like, no, like, you know, everybody was into the movie. Everybody. I mean, like, this movie was crazy. Everything I ever wanted, man. Everything I ever wanted. I remember in 3rd grade, I was talking to my friends at the time about how I wished there was like a real live action Spider-Man movie. Then Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man came out. Then, you know, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man came out. Then you got the MCU. And then you got Tom Holland Spider-Man. And then the way this movie brings everything together, it's a masterpiece. It just makes you want to cry. Like, you did everything right. You brought them together. You lied to everybody, but that's great. You know, you didn't want to overflood the theaters. I get it. And then, like, you know, I thought Toby was gonna die, bro. When they started mentioning Black Spider-Man, I got paranoid. It was like, oh, who they gonna kill? They already gonna kill one of them. They just brought them back together. They already gonna kill one just to bring the Black Spider-Man. Like, I'm all for Miles Morales. I love Spider-Man. You know, every Spider-Man, Black Spider-Man, White Spider-Man, Future Spider-Man, Past Spider-Man. I love them all. But like, why you gotta like scare me like that? When you stab Tobey Maguire like that, man. I thought when Tobey stopped him with the glider, you know, that was like flashback, like, oh no, karma, no, not karma, no. And like, I thought that Norman was gonna push him into it, like, you know, like you know what happened? Because, you know, those Tobey Maguire movies, those Sam Raimi movies, they bloody. They more bloody than the other Spider-Man. You see splatter when Norman gets stabbed. You know, I thought the same thing was gonna happen to Toby, but then no, he gets stabbed, and when he gets stabbed, I thought, oh no, he gonna die already, and then he gonna go back, and then there's not gonna be no Spider-Man, and they gonna make Black Spider-Man. That's what I thought they were gonna do, but they didn't. I was like, okay, whew. I'm so glad. You know. But then again, I have a feeling, what if they kill Andrew? what if there's like foreshadowing? Like, this Spider-Man is already miserable, you know? He already lost his girlfriend. This is, he already learned his lesson. Just bring them, just bring the others. I don't know. I mean, at the same time, it makes me kind of think, maybe they're going to bring Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man universe back. Maybe they won't kill Tobey Maguire, but maybe he'll be the mentor for Miles Morales. Since you got Morbius and supposedly Venom are in Sam Raimi's universe. Or Venom could be in Andrew Garfield's and Morbius. You definitely know Morbius isn't Sam Raimi. It's definitely in Sam Raimi universe. Definitely. You can't bullshit that. But then again, I saw the Morbius trailer and he says Venom. He was like joking around, I'm Venom. And like, nah, I'm joking. And like, so it's like, it makes me think Venom and Morbius are in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man universe. So, who knows? That's just speculation though. It's maybe the weed. I love how they did everything with how Tom Holland, the way he figured out and helped together with Andrew and Tobey, but even before then, how he's so smart, the way he uses Tony's technology to like come up with a chip for Dr. Ock to try to like help Electro, to help Sandman, to cure them, to cure all of them. Because what they basically all had was like a disease that was making them their more primitive, aggressive, instinctual side come out. And I definitely love how with Electro, the way he became normal because of the surplus of energy and how different it is, cleaner, I guess, since Tony like did a lot of stuff in that universe, and like has like that traditional like lightning mask, like in the comic books. That was really cool. That's why I felt like there should have been more fight scenes, because I wish I wanted to see that, because first half of the movie is more of like Tom Holland trying to play nice with all of them, which is understandable, the movie went in a completely different direction than I thought it was going to go. I definitely like how Dr. Ock, Sandman kept their humanity, and they were still trying to be good guys throughout the movie. Lizard, asshole, complete asshole. Norman too. Electro, mixed feelings, but Jamie Foxx does a great job acting as him, playing him. This movie really felt, after watching all the other movies, this movie really fitted in. Like, it felt so well. Like, it just like went in. Like, and I'm glad I saw like all the old movies leading up to this movie coming out, because it just fits. It like fits in so well. It makes everything meaningful again. All those Spider-Man movies were not for naught. They were meant to be, because now they're technically part of the MCU. You made them part of the MCU, and I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. The whole multiverse, different universes. Amazing. Amazing. Now, before I end this movie, look, I'm high as hell. I said movie, because that's how long I felt like I've been talking. Like it was a movie. What was I gonna say? Oh, before I end this video, I'm gonna talk about that little thing I let slide. I don't like how you brought Venom in for like 5 seconds. Seriously. You tease him at the end of Let There Be Carnage, of him going into that universe after Venom just explained how he has knowledge of infinite versions of him, of himself. And at the end of the movie, he just goes right back, still at the freaking bar on vacation, trying to figure out this universe. He just goes right back. And the way that the symbiote gets introduced into Tom Holland's universe is Venom somehow leaving a piece of it on the table. Like, what? Like, how dumb is that? Like he was drunk and in human form. So how in human form did he leave a piece of his own DNA all on the table? And didn't you forget what they said in the first movie? That shit can't even survive for that long outside of the body. So how is a little piece like that? If the big piece itself can't survive outside of the body, how is a little piece like that gonna go inside somebody? Like, it's gonna go inside the barman? And then how is, like, what's the logic there? Like, a piece of Venom's subconscious is gonna be in the symbiote seeking out Spider-Man? Like, seriously? Like, I at least thought that Venom was gonna get stuck there. I thought the way the movie was gonna end was that everybody was gonna get stuck there. You know, hence No Way Home. Because throughout the whole movie, there was a way to send them home. Tom Holland's Spider-Man just didn't want to do it. Doctor Strange figured it out like 1, 2, 3. So there was a way home. So why call it No Way Home if they all got sent home? The only person who had no way home was that little piece of freaking blackness that Venom left on a bar table. A little tiny dot. Like a blood stain. Like, are you serious? Really? And then I get whole Tom Holland Spider-Man deciding to not tell Ned and MJ after they forget who he is, because that's how they end the movie. That the way they ever go back home is by everybody forgetting that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So the fact that he chose not to tell them because he cared about, you know, them getting hurt, it's like, I understand. I do understand. Because, you know, you have many examples of where, like, love is your weakness. Totally understandable. That was a pretty good ending. You know, him going into independence and everything. But MJ's gonna figure it out. You should have at least told her. Enough said. At least her. Might as well have told her. Because you saw her look, she gonna figure it out. She told you. Now it's gonna bite you in the ass. It's gonna bite you in the ass. But I said I was gonna end the video. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Plus I'm getting really high and losing track of my thought. But yeah, I didn't like how the symbiote is gonna be introduced that way. It's kind of corny. I do hope that they continue the Spideyverse into Spider-Man, you know, because now I'm thinking like, so Green Goblin is cured, Dr. Octopus cured, Electro's cured, Sandman's cured. So Sandman goes back to after the fight with Venom, so he's fine. He can just, you know, keep being a runaway convict or go back to jail, one or the other. Then Electro can just go back to a normal life because nobody knows who he really is, I don't think. Dr. Connors goes back to his normal life. Dr. Octopus, now I don't know about that because he disappeared when he was choking Toby in the end scene of Spider-Man 2. So is he gonna go back to normal just to go like sink that and die? Makes kind of sense because he is a good guy now. But if he goes right back to the moment that he disappeared, cured, is that why in that moment at the end of Spider-Man 2, he like finally gains control? I mean, you can make it work like that, but I feel like that's kind of messed up. Because what about Norman? At what point did he disappear? Oh, at the bridge. He disappeared at the bridge. So what if when he goes back, he doesn't die? If he doesn't die, Harry never becomes Green Goblin, therefore he never dies. Interesting. See, you got me fucked up because now like I'm thinking like, all right, so what happens now to Toby? Because Andrew basically is fine. He goes back, everything goes back to normal, except Gwen Stacy dying. She stays dead. As far for Toby, 2 big things changed. Technically 3, but 2 big things changed. Because if you send Norman back when he's normal, at the bridge, like, he's no longer Green Goblin. So, he don't die. Right? So confusing. Because, like, those are, like, cliffhangers that are really important, you know? Like, what are the effects of them going back to their timeline with no powers? Anyway, that's all, folks. I'm out of here. Peace out. I'm probably gonna watch the movie again. It was such an amazing movie.